Hey, Matt Galogly here, going to you live on beautiful old Facebook today on this, what is it, Wednesday? Is it Wednesday? It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. And today what we're going to talk about is I'm going to talk to you why the key to scale is simplicity, okay? It's not about being complex. Let's see if we can't get, there we go. It's not about being complex. It's not about having a bazillion things that people can get from you. It's very simply about simplicity, okay? Which might be a bit of a surprise to you because most people think our brains are wired so that we want to make things more complicated than they really are. So before I dive into this, what I want to do is remind you that we have recently added a new tool, if you would, to our toolbox to help practices grow. And if your reimbursement rate for your office visits is below $200 or under $100, we can very easily and very quickly within 90 days take your reimbursement rate from $70 to $100 or between $70 and $100 all the way up to $300 or $350 per office visit. Well, we've been doing this with another group for quite some time, or they've been doing, I should say, for quite some time. We now have a partnership with them for us to be able to offer these services to our clients or our fans, if you would. So if you would like to be one of the next 4 offices that we work with directly to take their reimbursement rate from, say, $70 to anywhere between $70 to $100 all the way up to $350, just all you have to do is just private message me, either here or LinkedIn or wherever you're watching this video. You can just type the comments below, scale, and I'll be more than happy to set up a call with you one-on-one. Again, all you have to do is just type the word scale or message that directly to me. Okay, so let's talk about simplicity, okay? Let me tell you how I first learned about simplicity. I'm a big fan of movies. I love movies. One of my favorite movies is Bull Durham, okay? Love Bull Durham. At the beginning of every baseball season, I watch Bull Durham, and I'm a fairly decent baseball fan. Grew up a Chicago White Sox fan. No, I'm not a Cubs fan. That's a topic for another day. But I love the game. Used to go to the games a lot when I was a kid growing up with my dad. And there's a scene in Bull Durham, and it's one of my favorite scenes of all time. And you know, the manager goes into the shower, into the kind of the area where Kevin Costner, Crash Davis, is shaving, and he's kind of lamenting to Crash, Kevin Costner's character, and he's going, God, I beg these guys, I encourage them, and they just don't seem to respond. And Costner goes, scare them. And the coach goes, what? He said, scare them. And the next thing you see in the scene is all the players are in the shower, and all of a sudden the manager comes in and he takes all these baseball bats and he throws them into the shower. And he's yelling, I want everybody in the shower. And so his assistant coach is counting 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. And the manager says, you guys lollygag it. You'll lollygag it around the infield. You'll lollygag it around the outfield. What's that make them, Larry? Lollygaggers. And then he proceeds to tell them, this is a simple game. You hit the ball, you catch the ball, you throw the ball. Now we're going on a 10-day road trip. Bus leaves at 7:30. That's it. And that has always stuck with me because every successful business that I have worked with or worked in or owned has been simple. The more simplified you can make something, the easier it is to scale and the easier it is to run. It's a very important concept, and our brains don't want to make it that simple. Our brains are wired to make things complicated and very, very complex. So you want to keep things simple. Okay, so how do we do that when it comes to our clinics? Okay, so I'll tell you another story. When we owned the clinics, the men's clinics, and we did erectile dysfunction, it was a very simple business, okay? Man can't get erection. Man comes to us. Man has erection, okay? That's it. It was very simple. Guy couldn't perform in the bedroom. As I love to say about that business, there's 2 ways men get their sense of self-worth: the money they make and the love they make. I can't help them with the first one, but we certainly can help them fix the second one, okay? And everything we did was centered around men's sexual health, okay? as we're continually working with clinics, that's one of the first questions. They'll come to me and they'll say, oh, we offer this and we offer that. We've got this and we got this and I got this machine and that machine. My question to you is, what is making you money? Okay, that's all you really need to ask. And if nothing is making you money, then we got to find the thing that will make you money. Okay. Now, this goes for practices that are insurance-based. This goes for practices that are cash-based. This is not equally, or this is not mutually exclusive, I should say. This works in every single business. I want you to think about some of the great businesses that you know, okay? I want you to think about Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is chicken. That's it. That's it. They do chicken. Even their breakfast has chicken in it, okay? Everything is chicken. If you think about Uber, it's Uber. It's a ride. It's all the great businesses are very simple. Five Guys. I love Five Guys burgers. I love Five Guys burgers. Okay. They do a burger better than anybody else next to In-N-Out Burger that I know. That's it. Okay. That's what they're known for. So I want you to think about that way with your practice. I don't care if you're a GP, even if you're a general physician. Okay. Even if you've got a general practice, even if you're a family physician, okay? What is the thing, right? What is the thing that when people come to see you, they're upset or they're sad, and when they get done seeing you, they're happy? You want to take them through that experience, and you want to keep it as simple. Everybody in your office should be able to run it, okay? So keep things as simple as you possibly can. Even when it comes down to the way you bill, everything that you do has to be simplified. It is the key to scale, all right? Now I'm going to tell you one last story about scale and the simplification of scale. I do want to remind you that we are getting ready to work with, we're going to work with 4 practices that are more insurance-based. We have a new program, new that we're releasing to you, old that we've been doing it, been involved with it for quite some time. But we're making this available to a lot more practices. In fact, we're going to take on 4 in the next couple of weeks. And if you want to scale your practice, you need to type in the comment section below scale or send me a private message, okay? And we'll be more than happy to talk to you about what is required. This is centered around, it's geared more towards insurance-based practices. So if you are a practice that takes insurance and you are getting a reimbursement rate on office visits, say around $70 or $100, we can help you scale that up almost immediately all the way up to $300 or $350. So if you just think about that basic math for a second, and this ties back into the simplicity of this. So if you really do just think about this, okay, and if you think that you are seeing 10 clients and you're getting a $70 reimbursement rate, what is that? That's $700, okay? 10 patients, $70 reimbursement rate, okay? If you see those same 10 patients and we get you a $300 reimbursement rate, which we can, that's $3,000, okay? So which one of these would you rather have? Let me ask you. Would you rather have the 700 or the 3,000, okay? So that's what we're gonna be doing, is we're gonna help you scale so that you're getting this number every single day, day after day, week after week, month after month, so that then you can create scale, okay? And scale is where it's at. Scale is where you can start to grow quickly. Not only, well, obviously that's what scale is, but also you get a little bit more time off, pay down that debt, pay off all those loans and leases that you have, all that good stuff, so that you can start to have the life that you want. Okay, so last thing when it comes down to simplicity, okay? I have a very good friend of mine. You may or may not know his name. His name is Perry Marshall. And Perry is considered really the godfather of Google AdWords. Brilliant, brilliant man. Kind of has expanded his business as, and just grown over the last 15 years. Really, quite frankly, one of my closest personal friends. And he does work with a gentleman by the name of Richard Koch. Richard Koch is, he's the author of the 80-20 Principle. And he has a book called, that's about scaling. And what he looks for, this guy used to work for Bain Capital. He left Bain Capital and he took his personal fortune, which I believe was like 40 million at the time, and has been doubling it every 3 years, I believe. You can find out more about him. Just his last name is spelled Koch. First name is Richard. But the point to this whole thing is that one of the ways that when he was at Bain Capital, that he figured out what was the key to growth was companies that had a very simple model. That's what he looked for. He looked for a very simple model that was easily scalable, okay? And obviously good metrics like this, right down here, okay? You have to have scale, and you've got to have very simple metrics that you can scale with, okay? So that is it for this one. Please feel free to share this or share this on your site, or share this with other doctor friends of yours. Again, folks, in order for you to hit scale, it has to be simple. And if you want to scale and you'd like to be one of the 4 practices that we work with, please just type the word scale below in the comment section or message me directly, no matter what media you're watching this on, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, wherever you are. YouTube, just please go ahead and type in that word scale, and I'll be more than happy to get in touch with you. Had a couple reach out to me yesterday, and so looking forward to talking to a couple more of you today and filling this group of 4 and helping them massively scale their practice. All right, have a great day, everybody.